Dr. Paul and his brother must appear in court. If they pull back, we'll sue them for malicious suit. You can't just wake up. You can't wake up and take somebody's child to prison. Then say I'm not doing it again.
So to you, you're not done.
No, not to me. It has gone beyond me. It has gone beyond me.
So now they're accepting to.
No, I don't want to know what they're accepting. I know it's inconsequential. As it is, like the case will go on. They must appear in court. They will petition the judge,
of which they wouldn't want.
We were taken to prison before arraignment. The judge gave them an order to keep us in prison pending investigation. Any lawyer that hears this, that's a court order. They didn't envisage all this will come out. Understand? We will petition the judge. We now sue Dr. Paul at the Federal Court, enforcement of fundamental human rights. Because to me, what you brought here, he has up to 70 of my posts, but they couldn't adopt anyone. They say your name is not mentioned. And if your name is not mentioned in the post, you cannot enforce it. And the mistake Dr. Paul made is that if I use police to lock anybody or try, you have to criminalize anything to the point that you are using police, you must come to court. Yes, you must come and testify.
Somebody can sign on your behalf.
So the error of he did that to their Philip Baba is one of his pastors and other people. You just instigate criminal charge, you remand them, then later you say I'm forgiving you, not discontinue. I would say no.
When you've already
that's the bridge they are right now. But I'm not fighting him for the point of flesh. Let me tell you the truth. I've seen Dr. Paul taking people to prison before in the past, and I'm saying it here. Philip Baba, by Chogo, Ada, he's just taking Abraham Daniel to prison. It is his operation, and I'm trying to bring an end. Understand to that? If you understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to bring an end to that. I'm not doing this because you want to end. Never look down any man, including your house or your driver.
Yeah, that's true.
You think they don't have person, but you treat them badly until they jam a lawyer on the road. You understand what I'm saying? So these are things that they're not Christ-like. And when you voice out, they say attacking the man. I can attack the man, but I'm not attacking because I don't have a problem with him. He's a man. I was on my own. They took matter to police station, and then come to run. So right now, there's a system checkmating. But because I didn't involve my contact, as it took them days before some of my top people I got to know, and they were angry. So you were there, you are saying, "I will handle it." And then it's okay with God. You said they you are sue the IG. Why have to sue the IG? That's far. Why would you go and collect order to keep me in prison pending investigation? You have to sue the IG. So the IG said, "I've sued him." And you know what I mean, but there's nothing you can do. So there's okay, let the court process resolve the matter. Later on, they can review the whole process. When the process of being reviewed, the DIG who gave the order has been retired.
Which is something that's more like doing from the back now.
The guy that handcuffed us, this prison guy, has been reprimanded. The judge now has been petitioned, and wow. So
now, wow. See, please, I just want you to take your time, listen to this video to the end. You see the world we are living in today, the world where pastors are dragging pastors are using police to harass pastors, harass people. Pastors are not judging themselves, dragging themselves to the world. In fact, it's all manner of things. This Christianity, what is going on behind the scene, behind the camera, what you do not know about the other side of your spiritual father, what they do off the camera, where pastors are using police to harass people, to arrest them, to threaten them, send them to jail. Even on Christmas Day, they don't care. They don't care. In fact, it's a lot of things is going on. You just need to watch this video to the end and see what I'm talking about, because it's getting too much. These are fathers, spiritual fathers that people are looking up to. Some of them now have police stations in their church that they are using, and Nigeria police are like a one-way traffic. So whenever whoever gives them money, instructs them on what to do, they are there for the person. They are there to answer you. They don't undermine the fact that they don't care if you were right to have used police to bully, to harass that person or not. They don't care. That is the system we find ourselves. That is the kind of country we are living in today. And these are the reasons why people continue to talk about these men of God. Do you understand? We shouldn't see our men of God doing all of this, using police to harass each other, to harass themselves. You are a Christian, you are a pastor, ready to be judged. You know, a lot of people, a lot of criticism. People will criticize your message. As far as if they are only criticizing your message, that I don't see anything wrong in that. Having different opinion, perspectives to your message or your messages. So I shouldn't see anything wrong about that. That having different opinion, right? Anyways, please take your time, watch this video to the end, and leave your thoughts. Share this video.
Now, Eneche. Now, something happened recently. I think around January, you were taken to prison by the popular Dr. Pastor Paul Eneche.
Yeah.
What really happened, and how was it resolved?
The matter is in court, and is something I'm very, very emotional about it. And that's when I see some actions done by Christians. You start wondering if there is 1 Corinthians 6 in the Bible where it says, "Don't take your brother to normal court."
Yes.
Because when me and Dr. Paul Eneche we've had our issue
long before now.
I left him November 2011. At that point, I just told myself I don't have a future with this man. And I wept from his area 1 office to a Apple Bridge when I carried the vehicle and left. And I left church. That's all I left.
Did you backslide or you left church?
Backslide is understatement. I was even contemplating going to be smoking Igbo. But I felt, you know me when I started my body. It was church we knew.
We knew as a Christian.
Church, I left church, but at some point we encountered a system, and I don't want to go into that. We had our issues. I know no issue that cannot be resolved.
Of course.
And
now you were taken to prison and you spent over 20-something days.
26 days.
So how did you come out? Was it?
Well, what happened was that we had our issues before. It has been long. He knows. I've been to events where some people tell me, "There was a time you are so good. There was a time I wanted to use Dr. Paul. I should not use you." It's on record. I was in an event in NAF conference center. Some girls came to me and played the voice note to Dr. Paul, saying all kinds of things about me. For real, just brought a paper that should sign so that they want to go to internet. That was when he was having issues with one of the not the Western governors. I said no. At that point, I just said to myself, "What would Jesus have done?" So I played them. I did as if I was going to, but I wanted them to give me a copy. They said no. So I said I wasn't going to do it. That families are involved. Yeah, it's my brother.
Yes.
If me and my brother are having issue, it's not one guy from somewhere else. We will soon go home one day
and resolve it.
Our graves will not be far from each other one day.
No matter how far it is,
we'll go home. So if we don't settle in Abuja, we'll settle in Ochidoma's palace. So I wasn't really. I know he says so nasty things about me. You understand the logic now. So that's just on the sideline. We had our issues. We even reconciled in his glory dome of office.
Oh really?
Yeah, we reconciled in that office. We met them. Had his brother Felix, the one in Air Force, very great guy. He's not into this.
Yes.
So his wedding, I came. I was doing MC because there was Oche.com was on ground. He called me and said, "Are you sure? Because you know me and your brother, I know the rhyme." Because at some point they contested the name and they ran with that narrative for some time. Eneche was not my name.
Eneche your name?
Eneche is my name. My great grandfather's name. My father had two sons. I had two sons. He's late. He was in the army. He gave birth to me at military hospital Lagos.
Okay.
He had two sons. He named me Eneche after his grandfather and named my elder brother Obonyo after his father. So Eneche was my name. Growing up, my father was the one calling me Eneche and our firstborn. So that transition after comedy, I wasn't even chemistry. I was staying with my elder brother and our firstborn. So people around her were calling me Eneche. So it's enter church. Eneche, come and do this. Eneche, come and do this. So she was the one calling me. So if you know me from school, you will know me as Eneche. But you know, so at some point, and each time I heard Eneche, it evokes this my father. When he died 24th of January 2025, I was even in prison at the 30th anniversary of his death. So when you call me Eneche, it reminds me of that night. If I did something for him very well, my father wanted to come me a pet name, say Enechudo. That was his grandfather's nickname, Enechudo.
So Eneche is your name.
It's my name, yeah. So at some point it was contested with Dr. Paul and Dr. Becky for reason best known to them. But I don't really blame them because at times, you know, how you grow up matters. Your family, you understand? When you have this friction with several Eneches or coming from a background, you may have that propensity to go to society and start fighting Eneches.
You know, Chidoma came into this whole matter. Has it been resolved from that angle? Did he do anything?
Yeah, he's our king, but Chidoma Kwagabaidu. You know, I was arrested on the 23rd of December. When they arrested me, they brought a petition that from the FID. I saw the petition. My mind was sleeping. Because it's a murder case. I don't know the nature of the case, so that they will not come and rope me. When I saw the petition, is this what you are calling me for here? They say 2 posts I made. Understand? I know we had our issues.
Yeah.
I was in DSS last year, orchestrated by Dr. Paul. I was in FID, I saw the for DC command, police command, city command.
Yes.
He knows. I don't want to go into that. He knows all this. Some of his members were sacked because of me, using them to fight me. Some fought until they lost their job. I don't want to mention their names. He knows what I'm talking about.
But
so I'm going to get it down. When they arrested me, they said I wrote 2 posts about him. No, a man who is after you on like this, then you think I should come on social media and be telling you, daddy. No, nah. You fight with everything.
So the post you were making, was it really to come at him, or you were just making your?
When we need to come at him, we're just expressing our opinion. The matter is in court. I don't want to go there with that. Or at a level, I will insult him. I have that respect for him. But there's way that to do to you. You be tempted to.
Now, I think
you're talking about Ochidoma.
Yes, Ochidoma.
Ochidoma is like a father. So when they arrested me that day, I say I wasn't going to talk until I see my lawyer. My lawyer came. They brought bailing condition. When the policeman saw what the two posts on social media, I said I can't do this off. So Adama said the Adama defronted. Nigerian law, you cannot press a criminal charge on somebody's behalf. I told Adama, hope you know what you are doing. So there I sent a message to Dr. Paul's line. But I know that they have this propensity to always deny when something goes bad.
They'll say they are not aware.
I'm not aware. I am not. It's something that is a body. It's a leader. It's a great man. He has his flaws and weaknesses.
Of course.
So Adama said I must go and apologize. I didn't like the fact that you arrested me and you want to force me. That's not an apology. Apology should come from something out of a broken heart. It's not you coming to. I don't induce me apology. I told you okay, I was going to go. The next night I went to social media. I wrote what happened. So it's like that made them to step back. The next time they now invited the brothers, because when I saw the petition, I saw my name, I saw Abraham Daniel, I saw his brother Alex Idoga, I saw Lady P, I saw Reno Mokri, and other persons. They listed them, you know. So they said it's an order from the presidency. They wanted to, you know, and they lied to the Inspector General of Police. In all fairness, they lied to him that we write against Pastor Adeboye. And in all fairness, I don't believe you can express your opinion. Section 25 gives you the right. Somebody can preach, you can express your opinion about that message. It's not a bully. You can dress, somebody can express his opinion about you. But going to your room to go and snap you when you're inappropriate, or going to get your nude and want to threaten you, that is bully. But somebody expresses his opinion about you or disagrees with you. You know, with the Pentecostals in Nigeria, we've built a system where we see every contrary or divergent opinion as attack. That's the mindset we are bringing to governance and politics. So when that happened, when they arrested me, I picked up my phone. because their plan was to remand me in prison that 23rd.
How did you
They'll keep me for 24 hours.
How did you get to know that their plan was?
That was because the IPO brought a bail condition. I should bring a level 15 officer. Imagine police now giving me bail condition. Level 15 officer, a landed property and my international passport on the 23rd of December. And you arrested me 23rd. You just came and took me. So when they arrested me, I told them I wasn't going to speak because I see my lawyer. That got them a bit. These guys cannot be what we are thinking.
Yes, it's not that.
So imagine Christians trying to go and lock somebody in prison on Christmas to do Christmas. Look at the hearts they had. So when I saw that, I sent message to his retired brother to be very sure that this Adama is not acting unilaterally. And I sent message to Dr. Paul again. And Dr. Paul replied Adama there that the message I sent to him was I was not remorseful enough. I left, but in all fairness, those guys were professional. But I see there was a system trying to make them to like do something. Under this guy. So when I went and I stated what happened, they pulled back. The next day they called me that the DIG wanted to see me. I came and I saw General John Eneche there. So I started outside. He said I wrote his name on social media. He was not aware he was fasting. And I apologized. I told them okay, I was coming January to come and see, but I didn't. My spirit didn't carry me to go that January. So I didn't go. It was January 2nd. As we have it, they went to put my name in the police report. So he now invited the next set, Abraham and the brother Alex. On the 13th, they invited Abraham. Okay. So Abraham was and the brother, they were running from pillar to post. Abraham said, I've gone to prison twice. I'll not take it for granted. No, I was not telling these guys are very professional. Just go there. To me, I thought it was a civil case. I wasn't looking at something to criminalize and So Abraham went there. They kept them to sleep till the next day. The cafe experience started on the 13th. I wrote my exams. I wrote to the police that I was writing the exams because I swear that each time they were calling Abraham, they were calling me also. And I wasn't comfortable with that. So I wanted to know the actions behind, the motive behind the action. The first I told I wasn't feeling fine. So they were coming that Monday, my lawyer now called me that they said they were still expecting me. What? Now is it a criminal? I won't say anything. I wrote later that I was writing the exams. After my 2 papers, I didn't hear from them. Because when they arrested me, it was Abraham, I sent a message to that broke the news. So Abraham is somebody I love so much. Like as a Christian, I've seen this guy with the Bible. And the guy will drop Bible and say there's no Christ and you can drink water.
Then why should be concerned?
Jesus be concerned. Jesus said if you have 100 sheep, one is missing, leave 99, go
for the one.
It was on that premise I went to close to Abraham. I saw his grievances, I saw his pains. He told me I should give me 50 million, he will accept my price. Now I have to reduce it to 10 million.
Are you serious?
When I didn't when I said I'm giving this money because I'm believing God for your soul. And somebody needs to be telling him. Understand? Abraham, when the Lord said, I came there, the next day there was a court order that they should remand commit us to prison pending investigation. We found the handcuffed us, Papa took us to, so the guy told me he was going to Kefi. And I broke them because I had one phone. He didn't. The guy took us, handcuffed us, took us to Zone 3 police station. The DPO rejected us because there was no detention warrant. He now took us to Korofodu Street. It's like a police detention facility.
Were they looking for where to keep
us? There was no place to keep us. If you see the process that took us to Kefi, you will weep that it is Christians. It is the pastor of the world's largest church. Knowledge and his hand is inside. That you see, I don't have a problem with it. If you have issue with me, go to cyber police. To me, it is a civil case.
Yes.
By a civil case, I don't need to go through police criminalize it towards it. To show you. And as a leader, you don't take action based on how you feel. You take action based on how strategic your actions are and rational. They took us there. The next day there was no detention warrant. The prison guy came to handcuff us from police facility for the police station. That's the FID.
That's
so when it went to a prison person, they called the guy. They told the DPO he has been reprimanded. The next day he took us, he handcuffed us again to the court. We were standing outside of the court because there was no detention warrant. The magistrate, his worship, Manuel Yana was
rejected again.
Was not around. He gave the order the people who had not signed the detention warrant. They handcuffed us from there till 5 p.m. before somebody was coming from something they were carrying it. So at that point, before when there's some people now came in and told us that our king, Ochidoma Kwada Bible, His Royal Majesty Ochidoma Elaibo Dogo Obagaji has intervened. So when I heard Ochidoma, Abraham was like, Abraham and the Shore factor. My lawyer had the case, so I now bet Shore. Shore said the lawyer to take that meeting. I said it to you are doing admin because my lawyer really is not around. But I didn't want my lawyer to be getting involved because he's from the same village with Dr. Paul. He used to be Dr. Paul's former lawyer. Dr. Paul also jailed him. Abbas Ochogo was jailed by Dr. Paul Eneche. It was his uncle, CP that came that went to bail him and said she give it to him. It was that his lawyer. Abraham was making reference to that. He said he was conniving with Abraham and blah blah blah. Yes. Reform money, not reform money. Understand? Former Chief Justice of Supreme Court from our side and Obasanjo's Chief Economic Advisor jointly went to beg Dr. Paul on this matter. He refused. So we have, he has jailed people. This is his pattern. Just that it mistook something that we belong to 2 generations. Generations, nada. His generation, he can do anything today. They don't want to have problem with it. About you do us with drag. This generation, you are preaching. We are opening Bible. Tell you to your face. This thing where they talk. You know the you say you preach something. You know the Bible will talk. You say go prison. Understand? So I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to go into all those ones. It's not the court. We'll discuss it. When they told us that our king has intervened, I begged Oyege, the lawyer that Sowore sent. I beg they say, please, our king has intervened on this matter.
Yes, let's leave it.
Please, in our place, when
once the king speaks,
you just hands up on any matter. Exactly. At that point, you are fighting the whole.
Yes, the Idoma people. Yes.
What we'll do is I will go to the president and sleep there. And tomorrow morning they will discontinue the case. We'll go and apologize to Dr. Paul. The next we're going to go to and see the king. We agreed that and left. I even gave them Oyege's number. That is Pastor Oyege's number. And they want he sent some lawyer. Oyege the lead lawyer. Only for the next Oyege was calling them. They refused to pick up. We were able to think we were coming the next day. I made that post in Maraba Bridge here when we were entering the I was going to prison because we didn't sleep in prison that 13th. We stayed there. They just the detention came around to 5. And then that was when they now packed us to this Maraba court, but they said that crime wasn't really a serious one, so they didn't want us to enter the black barrier. So I made position for another car to carry to take us. So when we got there, when they told us, so the next day we were calling them. We haven't thought we were coming the next day. They refused to pick on in their mind. When we enter prison, let them suffer. But you know we have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan C.
So many plans.
So when I told the Yege activate plan B I now saw Dr. Paul at the Federal High Court, Enforcement of Fundamental Human Rights. Because to me, what you brought here, I was told he has up to 70 of my posts, but they couldn't adopt anyone. They say your name is not mentioned, and if your name is not mentioned in the post, you cannot enforce it. And the mistake Dr. Paul made is that if you are using police to lock anybody or you have to criminalize anything to the point that you are using police, you must come to court.
Yourself.
Yes, you must come and testify.
Nobody can come on your behalf.
So the error of he did that to their Philip Papa is one of his pastors and other people. You just instigate criminal charge, you remand them, then later on you say I forgiving you, you not discontinue. I would say no.
When you've already
that's the matter. That's the bridge they are right now. So when I told the guy sue that, when they sued, they now saw that this is not going to be as easy, and I know that they actually underestimated me. So when we got to the prison, and the prison officials I'll give it to them. They were nice for us. So when they now saw that we've sued Dr. Paul, at that point you are fronting Adam. I don't have any problem with Adam. I didn't write anything against Adam. I don't mind Adam. Take that anywhere to be squashed. They started begging. We now apply for certified true copy of the document they used to send us to prison. Yeah, I knew Reverend Christian was there, but the people didn't know.
But they didn't bring it. He wasn't part of the whole process.
He was part from the beginning. I knew. So I've seen their stupidity already.
How come they
at this point in this government? You are going after Reverend Mokri, even though if Reverend Mokri does anything, you won't wait until 2031 after the government. Then you go after him. You understand?
Yeah.
So I've started questioning the emotional intelligence of the people behind the whole process. When I saw them, I just say, these people again. I told them we spoke. I said, apply for certified true copy. They delayed. Sahara reporters broke it. They already gave us. So when they gave us the certified true copy, that was when we now released it again. They saw that no more Christian was on it. At that point, he just spoiled the whole case. Because knowing who Reno is now, and knowing what Dr. Paul did to build up to 2023, you know that it's a pure miscalculation. Initially, they were saying that his brother, I'm not his brother, I'm not from Adobe. I'm from Aigogo Opoga. We are settled in Otupa. My great grandma, and we are Aigogo Opoga, but we have a kindred in Otupa.
Probably they're looking at it from the first.
So they thought that their brothers, so their family affair. But when Reno entered, it not gave it another dangerous coloration which they didn't envisage. So when we released the Renos, when they started begging, I said no. They started begging. The immediate House of Prep member on the reference of Tago called me, said, okay, want to come and take? I said no, we are going to court. He was shocked. I was the one that stayed down. I said no, what going to? I said let us. This case must go on. We came to court 3 years back with the mind that that will break them. I said no, we will go to court. They gave us the condition, we met it. And now if the case is to go on, Dr. Paul was come because the certified copy they brought. Dr. Paul is a complainant. I'll give you the document. His brother, we thought I don't want to mention his rank here because my father was a soldier, but he's also a witness. I have respect for that here.
Do you intend, bringing an end to this case? Because as it seems right now, I don't think the dunamis side of it is trying to push further with the case. What is it?
If they push, they are in a fix right now. If they go further, Dr. Paul and his brother must appear in court. If they pull back, we'll sue them for malicious suit. You can't just wake up. You can't wake up and take somebody's child to prison. Then say I'm not doing it again.
So to you, you're not done.
No, not to me. It has gone beyond me. It has gone beyond me. It's when the first time, anytime that King or Chidom Adabayo intervened. If I didn't, when Chidom told them to discontinue this case, and they did it, as we are coming out, there will be justification that
who continued the case after Chidom?
It is them. They have not discontinued. They still had it now. The case is still there. When Chidom said drop this thing, if they had dropped it, as we're coming out,
it should have been
at least your king has said they should drop it. Why are you not going to drop it?
Yes.
You won't go and drop it and go and lie before and say, I can't write, I have dropped now, but these are my grievances. So they refused. Initially they refused until when we activated plan B, plan C, plan D, plan F. Even now we have up to plan Z.
So now they are accepting to.
Now I don't want to know what they are accepting. I know it's inconsequential. As it is, like the case should go on. They must appear in court. They will petition the judge,
of which they wouldn't want.
We were taken to prison before arraignment. The judge gave them an order to keep us in prison pending investigation. Any lawyer that hears this, that's the court order. They didn't envisage all this will come out. Understand? We will petition the judge. The matter is not to do. I don't want to that way into it. But as it is now, if the matter is to go on, Dr. Paul Eneche must come to court. Adama is there as complainant. I don't know Adama. I'll give you the document. He said the certificate copy released by the court. His name is there. And the pathetic thing is that when we were in prison, they were telling the religious people that it was consigned Christian that took us to prison. And I told a lady from the prison, check if consigned Christian is registered. They said it wasn't registered. I said this would not know. I was in prison. I was enjoying it, and it was a good. I was just suggesting this would not know. There's always somebody who hates you and fights you for long. As fought you, look for anywhere you have goodwill. You say okay, this fight back, go fight and once and for me, everybody rest.
Now, and I'm very much concerned. Now, please, what is your concern with the issue with Abraham?
You see, Abraham's issue, I've told you here, Abraham was his former pastor. I know Abraham then from a distance. Abraham is one loving guy. So the day Abraham said there was no God, I was paid. I was there. When I had issue with Dr. Paul, I thought going to church for 1 year. I was walking around there between that Minister of Justice and Affairs Secretary, was one billboard there. He said, no matter how broken you are, God can fix you. I don't want to call, that's the church I attend to. I don't want to call the church here. I saw the billboard. I felt like crying because I was really broken. No, the system is, I don't know how the system runs, but if you jump the other side of the system, you can drop by and become a native doctor. So I've been there. I was so contemplating the day I was not taking a go.